So huge shout out to them. Obviously, check them out. TTesports.com. I think the website is. Don't think there's a dash or anywhere in there. But we are going live right now with the grand finale. 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome everyone here to VanillaTV, where we have the ETF2L Season 11, sponsored by TT Esports, grand final here between Team Infused and Epsilon eSports. Going on to this middle, you have ThePledge and Admirable on the mics, Cube on the stream, and as we go live here, James, what's going on at this middle?
Oh, both demo men neck and neck there onto the middle, but it's Randa who eats the damage. Num gave him a little fake into the valley, but Gear gets the first frag onto numlocked. Dunc picks up a crossbow onto KnOxXx, sick. But the scouts of Epsilon cleaning up. Stefan gets 2, Gear gets another. And only KnOxXx dies right there. This is the beginning of that 5-0 roll I talked about.
I guess we're all hoping that doesn't happen, as Epsilon already strolling on towards the Spire area. Randa already on it, putting down the stickies left and right. Really controlling the area as the scouts go up there. Free Spire for Epsilon. And Infused already starting to trash talk. Here we go. I hate it when that kind of stuff happens. Luckily the chat is turned off. As you can see, Mike actually sitting on top of that point. The strategy, I think Mike actually does quite a bit. As JoeyC is taking the heavy. Obviously the Merc, Greg is not playing today for Team Infused. And JoeyC coming out of retirement to play in this game. Uber now comes in for F2 and yeah, a lot of pressure coming in, a lot of damage being done. Heavy immediately gets taken down, but this push, it's not a perfect push yet, James.
It is not. The scout just walked onto the point, and that is bought them so much time. Forced everybody down onto the ground. Randa will surely clear up from here. Yes, that was just a momentary lapse. Soldier took his eye off the bottom left. Scout ran in as he jumped up. Got so much time at that point. It was always going to be a struggle not to defend that one.
Yep.
I've got that awesome sound bug. I can hear a demo man jumping even though I'm not spectating one.
Oh, doesn't that happen on STV all the time? As we can see the demo man now, numlocked and Randa both appearing onto the middle hand side. Oh, Scout gets damaged. Waltz immediately gets taken down. And Infused is definitely going to use this as a sign to push, as they're kind of looking around, trying to take down that soldier on bottom. Mike gets the frag on Gear. Infused going to walk forward, and Epsilon just says, you know what, let's get out of here with 4 out of their 6 players. And they should be able to maybe defend the Spire. As we are going to move forward towards this choke point now.
Yeah, that was a pretty solid middle right there from Infused. There was the second, or a few seconds after wltrs has died, where Infused were, Epsilon were just waiting for Infused to overextend a little bit, holding choke for just a few seconds to try and get a pick, but they didn't. Just went forward together slowly, and they have pushed into Spire here. They forced that, but the back cap's gone on, double scout on there, and they have escaped with their lives intact as well. Really nice play from Epsilon scouts, buying time. Taking the sting out of that Uber push as well, but flisko takes out KnOxXx. Randa gets the return onto him, and their Epsilon are severely outnumbered here in the yard, and that's forcing F2 to drop back, but oh, wltrs comes in the flank. My boy takes down Dunc with a sweet meat shot right there.
Yeah, Randa from the front, very safe there. The arc, oh my god, a soldier's actually jumping in, hold that thought, but Mike manages to not get the kill on F2, and Epsilon quite safely actually manages to defend this because of their scouts coming in from the flank. We can see JoeyC hiding in the shithouse, kind of seeing what can he do. wltrs, is he going to spec him? It does look like it, and Fishu or JoeyC actually fighting wltrs. He is probably going to bite it. Here we go as wltrs takes him down. Epsilon's going to pick up this middle point, and surely with almost a super full, they should be pushing onto the Spire in just a matter of seconds.
Yeah, Infused looked like they were in 2 mines there. They considered blocking it with 20% against 100% Uber, but they decided against it. Epsilon are pushing fast through that resup side, and cookye gets caught with his pants down. Gets destroyed right there on the stone bridge, and they're going to cap this one. They haven't even popped Uber yet, but Dunc will probably have it in time because Epsilon aren't pushing just yet. Here they come actually.
It's going to be cutting it close, to be honest. Soldier coming in now. Dunc is on 95. Is he going to have it in time? It looks like Dunc, 80 HP, is going to have the Uber in time, but Epsilon already on that point. Are they going to be able to get the frags? It does not look like it, and with Infused clearing up players left and right, finally they're going to be able to catch a breather.
F2 went down there. That was the key frag. They just, I guess they realised that they had wasted their Uber advantage, and they thought, well, we'll push it anyway. But they pushed with 3 and just got destroyed there. Cookye came in from behind, taking out F2, taking out KnOxXx, and 2 scouts in the Spire. We're going to see Infused work their way back towards middle here. Still got an Uber advantage, but there's a lot of low players. wltrs takes down Dunc. Oh my god, again.
Walters is definitely going to be the player to watch in this map. He loves Badlands as a player. Obviously, Badlands, quite a, I wouldn't say a scout favorite map, but a really scout focused map. Your scouts can do a lot of stuff. They can flank very easily and come in from different angles at the same time and just do a lot of damage that way. And as I said, Infused slowly pushing in, but dunc not with that team. And look at the health on the Infused players. Surely they're going to be dropping in just a second, but numlocked gets a couple of nice stickies. Cookye goes down, and flisko goes down, and with a 2-for-2 exchange, Walters with 3. And Walters, is he going to be able to get more? As Epsilon's saying, you know what? The scouts are doing so much work with us. Let's just push it. They're going to manage to defend this point. With dunc 9 HP, only actually 20 HP, 15 HP. He actually managed to reach the resupply cabinet. And with gear already there, there's no way that dunc and numlocked can get out of there safely. Except for changing respawns.
Yeah, that all of the nutshell. Dunc didn't actually save his supercharge there. He is a real man. He doesn't just change his hat. He changes his class and spawns back. And there's this guy on last as well. Wow.
Wow. That was quick, actually. I didn't see that happening, but Epsilon's going to take a 2-0 lead. Going to bring you through the rosters for just a little second here. On the red side, we have F2 playing medic for Epsilon eSports. KnOxXx playing soldier. Walters carrying together with Stefan at the moment on scout. And with randa on dome, and that completes the lineup. On the blue side, we have JoeyC playing scout instead of direct together with cookye. Mike and flisko on soldier. Dunc on medic and numlocked on dome.
Interesting value roll out there from Infused. Numlocked just walked the whole way, basically got a buff with those crit heals, and they all jumped up at the same time, but it's not really helped them in any way. The frags are so close right here, 3-on-3, and F2 is now the only one alive for Infused. He is duking it out here. Scout's coming to get him.
He's going to get Mike as well. Oh, no, he doesn't get him. But Scout now, JoeyC is actually going to chase, kills F2, and out of that middle from the 12 players, 10 players died. And the Uber advantage is going to be a little bit in favor of dunc, actually, here. For Team Infused, only about, I would say, 20%, which is a very solid advantage. Especially when you take into consideration that an Uber advantage is so valuable when you try to push fire.
Man, I'm a realist. If I was F2 right there, I would have hit my suicide key 10 seconds before he actually died. But I guess he's just wants to put on a show for the fans on the big stage, the grand final.
This is where it all has to happen, the big final. The best European team basically gets decided here in the European Team Fortress 2 League that gets sponsored by TT Esports. Please check them out, as well as they're sponsoring this league with a lot of cool swag, actually, like bags and mice and keyboards and everything.
Stefan here, he's running a scope, trying to find him.
He's hiding a little bit on the balcony, kind of trying to not show himself, but I think Infused already saw him as they're pushing through his resupply side, and numlocked tries to jump up, only 100 HP, gets the Uber though, but it doesn't really work out for them. You can see Epsilon really tucking themselves into that corner, now Ubering back in with this little bit of disadvantage that they had, but a lot of damage now coming in from the Epsilon players. They're not really dealing with the combo though as much, they're killing everything off on the flanks, and now they're going to go for the combo as they're pushing through that choke area onto the middle point.
Yeah, dunc and numlocked running for their lives. Mike is there to juggle away that scout, but he goes down, sacrifices himself for dunc's life. I feel like that last push we saw from Infused is something they maybe hadn't practiced too much. You don't see too many teams defending from balcony, but it is a very powerful way to combat that resup push. And Epsilon pulled it off with aplomb. And Stefan is still running sniper here, he's trying to get a shot.
He hasn't died yet, he kind of has to. So he comes in onto that stonebridge area, sees the medic, misses the medic, and is he going to be able to do anything more? He sees the medic again, misses the second shot, tries to make something work, but a lot of players now from Infused. Uber already gets popped off, Stefan gets focused down first, and with F2 still having this Uber, Epsilon is in such a prime position, wow.
I think they're in a really dangerous spot. As soon as Walters went down, the fact they only had one scout, Stefan still being sniper, meant that they were not going to cap the Spire. Probably should have backed off a lot earlier. I know Bite would have. But F2 gets chased down there. That was
fantastic
flisko doing work.
That was really good. I thought F2 was going to be able to get out of there with the surf coming down around the side, but flisko managed to chase it. Oh my god, Stefan and Walters getting dunked there, and they both get shut down. Vanda coming in though, takes down JoeyC, but cookye manages to clean everything up. Is going to cap middle, and no one from Epsilon's getting a forward spawn here. I think cookye might just leg it towards the Spire and get it.
The scoreboard's telling me that Epsilon are doing a great job of keeping numlocked out of the game. Look at him, sitting there on 8 points. He's basically the superstar of the team. Like, the way I read Infused play is that it's all based around dunc and numlocked, putting out massive damage, and he's holding up the bottom of the scoreboard with 8 points. Maybe this is the Epsilon game plan, or maybe he's just having a bad day, but he's sitting on choke right now. He's got some stick, he's waiting for a soldier to peek. But Gear doesn't die to sticky traps like that. It looks like the soldiers of Epsilon are going to try and do something. No, it's just KnOxXx. He does trade rockets and back off. Both numlocked just goes in and gets Gear, but he's just overextended. But he does trade for KnOxXx as well, so this is maybe worth pushing off right here. They've got no demo man, but they've taken out both soldiers, so that's a lot less protection for F2, yes! Mike just bombs in, forces, and he's going to get out alive as well. Randa is all at sea here, he's jumping away. What a vagina.
With Scout and Demo Man down there for Infused, it's not very easy to actually cap this Spire. You can get Soldier at the top, but how are you going to cover with this backup? Numlocked only now spawning, so everyone is going to have to retreat. Infused all over the Spire, but with just Numlocked, now immediately Scout's in his face. He's not going to be able to block this middle point, as the middle point does get capped. With Stefan going down, wltrs actually takes down Numlocked, and wltrs might be up for some extra havoc, but he's only 20 HP. Look at F2 surfing around again, gets Mike, but he gets taken down in the process as the middle point gets recapped by Team Infused. It looks like Epsilon actually kind of losing their momentum in this game.
Yeah, the real battle for me isn't anything between Epsilon and Infused, it's the battle between F2 and wltrs for who can top the scoreboard. It's going neck and neck here. F2 just creeped ahead with that needle kill onto Mike. I think that's what I'm going to content from there for the rest of the game. F2 sitting on 35 points here, wltrs at 34, he's about to spawn, I don't know, it could go either way!
It's like some sort of auctioneer guy, like sitting there with the hammer being like,
Numlocked, what are you doing?
We have 34. Numlocked going down again. Numlocked definitely hasn't found his game just yet. Epsilon's playing very aggressive at him as much as they can, really. And they are very happy to just exchange 1 or 2 soldiers in favor of getting Numlocked down because they just really like that position.
It was Numlocked though, it wasn't like Numlocked didn't have to chase, he just saw a soldier in the lobby and thought, yeah, I'm Numlocked, I can kill him. But that's Gear, man. He's not an easy nut to crack, and he just took down Numlocked, and there's a heavy on last year. Uber's popped, F2's going to have it in 5%. They're going to hold this. Pyro in play as well. Super defensive. Turtling strat right here.
They lost the high ground though, James. I'm not quite sure. They need to retake this high ground as fast as they possibly can. As F2 right now, a soldier coming in from the side is going to assassinate right now onto F2. Well played by Flisko and Cookye. And with just Numlocked alive, coming in from the side, kill Scare. We still have wltrs alive there, reflecting nades as much as possible. But Infused, Numlocked actually taking those Stefan, going to go in, kills wltrs. Is he going to be able to cap this before players come in? Yes, he is. 2-1. Very well played there by Numlocked, and the nerds are going wild.
I think everyone just assumed that he was going to die and it was under control. He got those frags, he made it happen, and Infused are back in the game, single-handedly. Numlocked, after I slated and berated him for holding up the scoreboard, he has now doubled his points since then.
Here we go, Epsilon actually coming in from the right-hand side, suiciding a Delman in. Randa immediately gets shut down though, 2 soldiers now coming in. I think Epsilon's going to get absolutely destroyed here as the soldiers' damage from Infused just a little bit too high, and with just KnOxXx alive, 6 down, only taking down 1 player from Infused. I think Epsilon should have just backed out of there as soon as they saw Randa getting air shot and completely denied up top there.
Yeah, Infused again with that valley rollout, sending Numlocked to the valley and jumping up onto the train with his soldiers, really stacking onto that Epsilon train, and they seem to just be destroying Stefan there. Scouts are all well and good, but you can only shoot 1 player at a time, so whenever 3 guys jump on you, you need to get out, or else you're going to be leaving it in a body bag, Patrick.
That's the reference you're going with, really?
Yeah, a body bag, Patrick.
We can see dunc pushing in with his team right now. Uber 40% only for F2, but he drops Cookye. 1 frag on wltrs though. Infused doesn't have any high ground. They can just get fragged down 1 by 1 here. Numlocked still alive though, 21 HP, standing around that main area. F2 only 20 HP, barely stays alive so far. Numlocked with 11 HP. 40 HP now, is going to get chased down, but he manages to stay alive for as long as he possibly can. Just annoying Epsilon here, making sure they don't push out as quickly as they should have.
He did solo the last cap. I was half expecting him just to turn around there with 60 HP, go back in, take down a heavy and 2 other players, but
he felt like it.
I guess he's going to play smart now, you know. Just showing them his crazy side, likes to change the gears up. and Epsilon gear is actually poking out here on the balcony, trying to get a scout pick maybe on the window. But Infused playing very far back. F2 with that full Uber. And they are going to push out here, but dunc will have it momentarily in about 10 seconds. That's KnOxXx bombing forward, but dunc is well positioned to get out of there. And they have scouts on the point. Epsilon should cap this, but numlocked wants to go for it. He's going huge here, gets the pipe onto Stefan,
wow.
Denied!
A great shot there from numlocked, piping Stefan there in mid-air, and with dunc's Uber now running out, it looks like they have a prime position to not even hold the spire, but actually push all the way through. JoeyC goes down though, that's going to hurt him quite a bit as they don't have a scout just around. I'm just trying to find cookye. Yeah, cookye is actually around. And Infused very wisely actually backing off here. I can probably tell you, numlocked was like, come on, let's push, and dunc was like, no, take it easy.
Check out the classes, man. JoeyC rocking the spy. Stefan was sniper, he switched back to scout. But this could be a little bit of a bait. They're trying to force Epsilon to come towards them so that JoeyC can make some huge spy play. Maybe not.
Right now. Coming in from the right-hand side now. He's going to wait. He's going to decide to wait for his cloak to come back up. After that, he should be going in. We can see F2 managing to build this Uber completely. He's probably still wondering why dunc is not around yet. KnOxXx gets taken out. Infused going to take that opportunity to actually push in straight off the bat. And where is JoeyC? I don't actually see him.
He's coming up right behind F2
He's coming up right now.
JoeyC's
JoeyC's the man to watch. Look at here. Here it comes. Stop.
Doesn't
stop the mag. F2 does force the Uber immediately though, as the spy gets called, and F2 not dropping that Uber just in case. But now the Uber gets forced there on dunc. They lost about 5 seconds of Uber, and with the pyro main, they're going to block him out for a long time. And the damage from Randa is now coming in as 1 and 2 and 3 pipes actually launch straight into the faces of the Infused players, blocking them out for just a little bit of time.
There's a medic and a demo standing crouched in front of you as spy, and somehow you managed to kill neither of them. I think JoeyC is blazed.
Epsilon's getting forced down though. Randa's going to try to get up there as fast as he possibly can, but look at all the players from Infused circling around the point. Dunc is half health, Mike is off, everyone is half health at the moment for Team Infused. Players are not dropping just yet as dunc manages to get out of there alive together with numlocked, and they're going to be screaming, yeah, here we go, they're going to go back to Stonebridge, build this Uber and going to try to defend the spire safely.
Yeah, playing a very safe game, not overextending too much. Dunc doing a great job of staying alive, to be honest, and keeping those Ubers equal with F2. And again, we see JoeyC on the spy. Surely Epsilon are going to expect it again. I'm trying to find him. Yeah, he's in already. He's on last.
He's going to be a little bit expected behind the point. As he comes in indeed from the side. You can see they're trying to push a little.
Yeah, F2 sees him already.
F2 sees him immediately. The area will get spammed, and even though, yeah, he actually does go down. Infused, oh, they're actually going to push in. I'm very surprised with this great shot by Flisko, but F2 managing to reflex Uber there just barely in time. But 2 players down for Team Infused. Epsilon might want to have a go at this.
Oh, down goes numlocked. Dunc is going to be running with his tail between his legs. Look at him go.
Only on 17 HP as well. Now he gets the heals, but the high ground has already been established by Epsilon. Look at that. Soldiering a scout immediately onto that spire. Second scout going up there. They're never going to be able to block that anymore. Now with numlocked spawning though, let's see if is he going to be able to do anything. Mike actually takes down F2. Very well played by him. Wow. And Infused might want to have a go at this in just a second, but they're going to need to win this resupply battle as Flisko actually goes down, but they exchange 1 scout for a scout and a soldier, and Epsilon's going to like that exchange a lot. And they might want to push at this just to force dunc out. Maybe get him down.
Well, right now, on middle, it's 4 combat classes against the 2 buffed ones of Infused, but the longer they wait, the faster those spawns come in. They're not going to gamble, they're winning 2-1. They're just going to try and force Infused as they push Spire and try and get some advantage out of that. Right now, they're positioned on Stonebridge. I would be wary of Infused pushing House. They did that last time. If they stay Stonebridge, they might get crushed.
Just looking around, is there anything special going on?
Yeah, check it out, dunc pushing Valley already with numlocked.
But they're catching some people off guard actually.
He's going to chase F2 down here, he's got 1 sticky, 2 stickies, F2 goes down. Great play from Num and dunc there.
Got a couple of players on the flank though. Let's see what's going to happen here. There's already 3 players. Epsilon's just going to go for it, say, you know what, defending last is pointless. We might as well try and hold on to this for as long as possible. They managed to exchange 1 for 2 as a scout now comes in trying to assassinate dunc. Stefan is actually going to get shot down pretty soon here as he runs to the resub. And Randa actually goes down here as well. So Epsilon losing a lot of players, but they're exchanging frags, which is actually in this scenario a very good perspective for Epsilon.
Yeah, the Infused players are really stepping up. They're just going all out aggressive. We've seen Mike getting picked in F2, numlocked doing work, and Cookye really getting into the game. The wltrs show has sort of been put in hiatus for now. And Infused are just killing everything. What's
oh, look, Randa's
right
so
there?
aggressive, but gets 2 frags, barely in time. Uber gets popped though, but the 2 frags that Randa got a little bit before this Uber is going to help out loads as wltrs blocks out everything, even kills Mike there with the flamethrower, and everyone from Infused just dropping out, playing it safe. And Epsilon, yeah, they're going to have a go at it, definitely, as Randa comes into the main lobby right now, seeing where Infused are positioned, finds numlocked on the back end of the stone bridge, but F2 on 95% Uber, they are going to push forward, find the soldier immediately, Uber gets popped, very well played by F2. Tell me, Jane.
The Cookie's behind with Dunc. Dunc was actually in the balcony as they Ubered out from the bottom, so if they just push the last point here, they've got it in the bag. Gear standing here against the wall, but there's 2 scouts on him, this is an Infused.